I call Jenny Salisa.
Thank you for this call on the Royal New Zealand Foundation of the Blind Act Repeal Bill. Mr. Speaker, the Blind Foundation was 125 years old last year. It has been through a number of changes since it was established as the Jubilee Institute of the Blind way back in 1890. Mr. Speaker, the Foundation is this country's primary supporter for nearly 12,000 people who are blind or those with low vision. It provides emotional and practical support with a view to enabling them to face their future with confidence. It allows people to take up the same opportunities and choices as everyone else. Mr. Speaker, as the spokesperson for Skills and Training, I understand the need for appropriate skills and training for employment for everyone. I also value those who take on the important work like this foundation of ensuring that differently abled people are equipped with the skills and training that they need to participate fully in society, whether it be support in living independently or in getting around or help with technology or better ways of communication or indeed advice on staying or in looking for employment. Mr. Speaker, I commend the Foundation for the work that it has done and the work that it has done over the last 125 years. And for them to get to the current stage of governance and strategic direction over that period of time is a feat indeed. The most recent of the Foundation's incarnations, Mr. Speaker, was in establishing the Royal New Zealand Foundation of the Blind Act of 2002. That Act changed the governance structure and it allowed the adoption of a constitution which ensured that the foundation was led and governed by its members, and it also allowed people to elect their own officers. That Act also offered the foundation the option of registering as an incorporated society should the membership see that that was a beneficial cause of action. Mr. Speaker, as this House has heard, it took that option up in 2012, meaning that the provisions of the Royal New Zealand Foundation of the Blind Act of 2002 is now spent. To keep the statute books clean, the Act should now be repealed. Mr. Speaker, as someone who's passionate about education and high standards of literacy throughout our society, I wholeheartedly support the consequential amendment to the copyright regulations, which is proposed in Clause 4 of this bill. This amendment would ensure that the Foundation is correctly described for the purposes of the Copyright Act. It allows it to continue with the important role in making and circulating Braille or audio copies and adaptations of published books and dramatic works to those with low vision and those who are blind without infringing copyright. Mr. Speaker, this brings a richness to the daily life of the Foundation's members, and it allows them to be on equal footing with others in our community in education and training, or in simply enjoying reading of a good book. Mr. Speaker, Labor supports this bill. Thank you.